always talking about history, and you look back at these periods where it takes the market sometimes a year, 2 years, 3 years to recognize what's happening. As we go forward, Biden is pretty much telegraphed. He's going to be good for the American worker. He's going to do all these things for the middle class, okay, which arguably is a good thing. And how are you going to do that? You're going to spend a lot of money. And to do that, you need to have a weak dollar. And what's going to happen is that people are going to see that there's going to be inflation that starts creeping in, and that's going to make the government's debt seem like less of a big deal. This is all tied together. All right, so there's a way to make money. There's a way to trade this and to get positioned. And some of the things that worked before when the dollar was strong aren't going to work so well. That's what you want to see right now. That's the key thing that people that are be successful in 2021, you have a chance now to get involved before some of the professionals. Copper could go to $4 next year. Nickel could go to $10. Electric cars, which obviously are gaining demand month after month, need a tremendous amount of nickel, a tremendous amount of copper, which is all priced in dollars. So dollar gets weaker, price of those goes up. As you see the dollar get soft and this movement take off, you're going to see demand like you've never seen before in these metals. It's going to be pretty shocking. I never use the calendar because people set New Year's resolution. I just set the resolution any day of the year whenever I feel like it's time, for a fresh start, because you never wait for a certain time. And people that do that, they usually sell stocks in December. So December is a great time to buy stocks that you think you want going into the next cycle. You want to move out of stocks that did well for the last 4 or 5 years and into stocks that are going to do well while people are selling for tax reasons. Because there's no reason to sell a stock for tax purposes. Your accountant tells you that. But the reality is that if everybody's selling and stocks are really soft, I'm in there buying the stocks I want for next year. I've been doing that the last week. This is a great time of year to do that. So don't wait for a calendar event to make the changes. Make them right away. The Fed wants inflation. They have a target for inflation. They'll probably overshoot it, okay? This is going to become a huge mess. The government's indebted. The Fed has to inflate so that the debt's easier to pay off. It's going to end in tears, okay? And gold's going to do exceptionally well in this environment. The Fed is not a hardware store. It doesn't go out of business because it borrows too much money. It's going to keep going and going and going and going. And what's going to happen is, like in Florida, we voted for $20 minimum wage. We're going to need $30 minimum wage because it's going to be the new barely getting by. It's going to be $20, and then it's going to be $30. It's going to keep going because everybody feels like things are getting better when they're making a little bit more money, and it takes them a while to notice that things cost a little bit more. But this is good for government because you keep control. All the major uprisings in history happened because food costs got out of control. So see, all you're going to do is you're going to manage this. And as you manage this, gold's going to be the truth detector.